Hey guys, Mike here. So today, I'm here to talk to you about Escape Room. In this review, I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film, and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler-free. However, if you don't want to know anything about the film, and you want to go completely blind, then it's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
That's why they chose us.
And they all look just the same.
So Escape Room stars a cast of mostly unknown actors, with the exception for me, and I imagine probably most of you, being Deborah Ann Woll, who you may know from True Blood and from the Marvel Netflix TV universe. In Escape Room, 6 people are randomly selected to try out a brand new escape room. Now, for those of you who don't know what an escape room is, you have a certain amount of time to get out of the room, you have to follow a set of clues in order to find the keys in order to get out of the room. If you get out, you win a prize or something. If you don't, you lose, basically. And it's pretty much the same in this movie. But I'd say turned up to 15, because instead of just playing for money or a prize or anything like that, they're also playing to stay alive. So, first off, I have to address the first issue, which I find I keep coming to with these kind of movies, is that they start off by showing a scene that is towards the end of the movie. And again, I call into question, why would you do that? The only reason I can think of for this movie is to kind of set a bit of tension or just kind of just jolt the audience straight into the movie. But they could have had the same effect with a random character instead of just one of the leads, because it ruins any kind of tension that you would think they won't survive. So again, I know I've said this before, but starting the movie with a scene towards the end of the movie, bad. And also, again, with a movie like this, you have a whole heaping bunch of foreshadowing. I mean, the foreshadowing in this movie is ridiculous. To the point where I think if you were playing a spot the foreshadowing drinking game, you'd probably die of alcohol poisoning. But saying that, it's not necessarily a negative that takes away from my enjoyment. It's just something that is definitely worth noting. So one by one, we meet the people who will be going through the escape room. And for the most part, actually, I'd say all of them were, enjoyable. They definitely had something that drew you towards them. Having said that, they're not entirely original characters, and they don't really have all that much to them. But I wouldn't say that they're terrible. They're definitely watchable, like I've said. Though also, I have to say that the traps and puzzles were actually quite interesting, and I think if any other person attempted them, they'd probably end up dead. I mean, other than the cast being fine and the traps being quite interesting, this movie isn't exactly perfect. Mainly with the script itself, because it's just so ridiculously generic that you probably could have just popped in another movie halfway between this one, and you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. But in all honesty, if they just changed one or two things, then this actually could have been quite interesting and actually could have had a poignant message to it. But instead of doing that, it just goes for something safe and something that most people can probably just feel okay about. Overall, guys, the cast is fine, the story's fine, the traps are interesting, and as a whole, it's just an okay experience. But now, as for whether or not you guys should go and see it, I am kind of hard-pressed to recommend this movie. I mean, it's okay, it's fine, but in all honesty, I probably won't recommend this movie because I don't think anyone will be thinking about it in the next week or probably next day, really. But I mean, if it intrigues you, then by all means go see it. Just know that it's not exactly a great movie. Okay guys, that's my review of Escape Room. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite puzzle thriller? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!